Now here's something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years' absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole?
Take it easy to start with, the track's very wet. Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11. radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. Track is wet right now. Feel your way around the conditions before you start pushing the car. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment. Understood. Stopping this lap.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight, before the cars break into the tight hairpin at turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Ayrton Senna lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Leclerc, Perez, Stroll, Tsunoda, Albon, Gasly, Ricciardo, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Zhou, Magnussen, Sargent. And Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me, a man, well, what more can I say? But he's a legend. Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. We've heard all the rumours this week about this driver, and in the words of Joe Strummer, should I stay or should I go? And it seems, according to the rumours, they're staying.
Well, you know, they've been loyal to their team, Crofty. They feel comfortable where they are, and they're building that team around them. There's a lot to be said for that. It's easy just to, well, not easy, but it's tempting to just to disappear off to a better team and leave all of that hard work behind you that you've put in place where you are now. But this driver wants to progress with the team. I think that's really nice to see.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. DRS is being enabled this lap. You can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Conditions look good. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. Expected for the time being. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 3.6 seconds. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Okay mate, this is the final lap of the race, final lap. Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in. And we've dropped to P12. We've dropped to P15.
It's time again then for Formula One in Shanghai. Northwest of the thriving city of over 24 million people is a circuit that first featured in the championship calendar back in 2004. It played host to Formula One's 1000th Grand Prix back in 2019. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before we head into the braking zone of turn 14. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Norris, Stroll, Senna, Gasly, Bottas, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Albon, Joe, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. green flag. Okay, Ayrton, we need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. It's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. We had an issue attaching the front right wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us and get back into this race. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Okay, Ayrton, tyres are running very hot, very hot. Please keep those tyre temps under control if you can. Okay, mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race. We're looking at some imminent gearbox issues, I'm afraid. Watch out for jams and misgears.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
Race win, fastest lap as well, so that extra point for them today, and what a masterful performance. They really showed a clean pair of heels to the rest of the opposition out there today. They had no answer for them.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.